With the stadium shaking, Roethlisberger throws and is able to slip it in there to Mike Wallace between two defenders. Wallace held out through all of camp, just showed up last week. Hasn't practiced very much, didn't play in a preseason game, and he's very close to a first down.
Mike Wallace wasn't touched initially, I don't think. And so he got to get up, but he still was tackled by Tracy Porter, who came over from the Saints before he was able to pick up the first down, it appeared. The direction.
Second and goal. And the fade is incomplete. Good coverage that time. Wallace blanketed by Porter. It'll be third down and goal.
Yeah, they tried Champ Bailey last time, so this time they go after Tracy Porter on the other side. And you just wonder how many of these throws Ben and Mike Wallace have had. He's only been there for a week. But this is a major upgrade at the cornerback.
Redmond is the back. Miller going to the corner, and the pass goes to Wallace for the touchdown. At Wallace outside, they had Miller going to the corner of the end zone, and Pittsburgh does get its touchdown. That was reversed on the call to take the lead again, 19-14, and now they go for two.
What a throw by Ben. Back shoulder on a slant. Tracy Porter could not have covered that any better. It was just absolutely perfectly executed by Ben.
Has consumed only 37 yards and has taken almost 7 minutes. And the pass is caught on a slant, and Wallace gets a big chunk of those 17 before he's tackled by Porter. That's going to make it third down and short.
It's a good read by Ben again. They bring the blitz off of that side, which means that Mike Wallace had the inside slant to himself. You can see the blitz coming inside there from Raheem Moore. Ben saw it. He's doing a beautiful job reading these blitzes tonight.
Third down and 4. Half the quarter is over. And that's another first down as he goes back to Wallace again. Found the open spot. Ball at the 23. First and 10.
You know,
three-man rush. 8 back. Going deep. Broken up. Tracy Porter with Mike Wallace down the sideline. It'll be third down and 3.
One of the rare times now that they have come with a single safety. This is straight one-on-one coverage, and Tracy Porter just earned whatever it was they were paying him. That's one of the toughest assignments in the NFL, and he played that beautifully.
Green and 3 straight rushing plays. A little play action, and Roethlisberger. Midfield, he's got his target. It's Mike Wallace with the reception.
Very concerned about pass protection. Look at that. 8 people back there protecting Ben Roethlisberger. And Mike Wallace, you must respect his speed. And Antonio Cromartie as fast as any corner in the league. How about that? 20 yards down the field, driving back to the football, and good timing. Look at all the people helping Ben Roethlisberger back there to give him the extra.
Now lined up wide to the left. They're going right. And it's Wallace for a second reception. Cromartie was well off of him. And that gains 6 for the Steelers.
Get in to a pattern. Look at everybody just rolling right. That's all they want is a short pass. The Jets can't confuse you.
In the final minute, first quarter. Tackle right away at the 26. Cromartie takes him to the ground, picks up 7.
Well, anytime a wide receiver, good example that time. Antonio Cromartie against Mike Wallace. Once they go inside, what's it do? Look at Cromartie. It's going to back you off because you're worried about getting picked, running across the field. What are they going to do? So that cushion makes it an easy throw for Ben Roethlisberger.
Third catch for Wallace. Brown has 3 of it. Back to loss 6. 3rd and 16. Roethlisberger heaves it toward Wallace. Wallace gets free, and he's got the touchdown. Cromartie says no catch. He thought the feet were not both in, but at 37 yards, Wallace was able to wait for this one. First one, second one. Man, he had the foot sideways.
Watch this.
There's one.
Oh my gosh, I think it's in when you first look at it. What a job by Mike Wallace, realizing he's so close to the sidelines and able to get that second foot down. Of course, touchdowns will be reviewed.
30 rush yards to Pittsburgh. That's Wilson stopping Wallace about a yard short of the first. Steers him out of bounds at the 34, gain of 6.
Yeah, I mean, that's threading the needle. It's not a long pass by Ben Roethlisberger, but Kyle Wilson all over Mike Wallace. But this is what you need. And just sits back, look at that. And it's a big play because it makes it 3rd and short for the Steelers offense. Boy, Ben Roethlisberger is...
Scrimmage for Pittsburgh, no score. Roethlisberger, plenty of time, throws into heavy traffic, incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. Roethlisberger, a touch pass, handled by Wallace, and Wallace accelerates out across the 10. Derry, no Shawntae Spencer, no Ron Bartell. Huff starting at corner.
I mean, you just don't get that wide open unless there is something illegal happening. Here it is right here. Watch the pick, and then Wallace comes underneath. This is just as blatant as you could possibly get.
Steelers looking to strike first. It's a handoff to Wallace. Wallace needs some blockers, and he gets stacked up. The play never really developed for Wallace on the perimeter, and Tyvon Branch came firing through to make the stop.
Now, there's nothing wrong with the safeties of the Raiders. Tyvon Branch, Matt Giordano taking the spot of Michael Huff, but Branch does a super job of stringing this one out. Got help also from the corner on that side, Joselio Hansen, and really Wallace had nowhere to go.
Working from the gun. Pump, Roethlisberger. Low throw, Wallace there. And a clean catch for Wallace, covers 16 yards. They'll move the chains.
Seconds in the pocket to find his receiver over the middle. Wallace does a super job of going down low. Right about where the second...
Take the handoff, Roethlisberger. That rifle right over the middle to Wallace. And a first down for Pittsburgh. Giordano, the stop. 13-yard hookup. It'll be 1st and goal for the Steelers.
Well, the play action is holding the linebackers, opening up the zone right behind them in front of the safety. Giordano that time.
From the 20, Roethlisberger to Wallace on the perimeter. Mike Wallace banged out of bounds just across the 25-yard line. That's 7 yards on a completion.
Yes.
To start this second half. Roethlisberger pump. Roethlisberger dials up the deep ball. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. It's incomplete. Pat Lee back there defensively for Oakland.
One of the fastest, if not the fastest, wide receivers in the league. Told us yesterday that when he runs his go route, see the stop and go that time, he got behind Pat Lee with ease, but Roethlisberger had that ball sail to the...
Feeling some pressure. Roethlisberger unloads to Mike Wallace for a first down. And Roethlisberger steps up. Roethlisberger, look at the room in front of him. He throws back in the end zone. Wide open Wallace. Touchdown Steelers.
Back of the end zone. Here's Wallace right here. Watch him go up and all the way to the back. Giordano loses control and loses sight of where number 17 is. Look at Roethlisberger. Had all this room to make the first down with his legs. He sees a wide open 17.
Is there anybody who is better at extending plays at the quarterback position right now in the NFL? Touchdown Steelers. Flag down. Roethlisberger throws. Hits Wallace, who tries to curl for the first down. Not enough for the penalty against Gilbert. Underneath Wallace. From the gun, Roethlisberger, plenty of time, hooks a pass to Mike Wallace. He fumbles the football. And Wallace gets it back just across the 25-yard line.
Well, first it was Antonio Brown after the catch. This is Wheeler who gets his hand on this one. Watch Wheeler with his right hand punch that ball out. And Wallace, with an outstanding effort, beats Giordano to the ball.
17 yards on that pass play.
Steelers have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. Roethlisberger fires, pass broken up. Holman there to break it up with Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. And pass is caught. Somehow got into the arms of Mike Wallace. A gain of 9. Roethlisberger throws behind his receiver, but caught by Wallace. A gain of 8. I really like what Todd Haley is doing within this passing game. I mean, you think about the way that the Steelers have been able to control the time of possession this year without a running game, and they've done it because they see what happens. Keep an eye on Heath Miller at tight end. On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger nearly picked off by Rogers Cromartie. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver, and it's 4th down. Dominique Rogers Cromartie had one almost land in his lap. And you see Wallace, I mean, he wanted a hold, and he should have gotten it. You know, because initially Rogers Cromartie was beaten off. 2nd down and 6. Roethlisberger drops it off for Wallace. Wasn't looking for it. And Roethlisberger shaking his head because Chaney kind of grabs him as he's coming across the field. Protection for Roethlisberger. This one floated for Wallace and just one stride too far. Marty and almost had a lot of room to run. He really did, and Roethlisberger does an excellent job of, first of all, there was good protection, but he hangs in there, and then Roethlisberger off the hands of Wallace. Dominique Rogers Cromartie in coverage, and now it's 3rd down and 12. Well, they've got help over the top, and so they're locked up in man coverage underneath, and Cromartie's able to play him pretty tight. But actually a well-thrown ball by Roethlisberger just off the hands there.
2nd down and 7. Steelers trying to answer the Titans' opening drive that netted them a field goal. Empty backfield for Roethlisberger. Steps up, fires to the end zone, dropped. Would have been out of bounds anyway, I think, Mike Wallace.
He pump faked the fullback in the flat to Will Johnson and came back to the route. Can't see if he got the foot down or not, but he certainly dropped the football. Michael Wallace on a safety, Michael Griffin.
Steelers have their 2nd possession of the 1st quarter.
Alert Chris Rainey at tailback, the speed guy.
And he's going to flush out of that backfield on 1st down. Roethlisberger going to go deep. Man out there's Wallace. He's got him. Wallace. Touchdown. Hadn't had a big play yet. That's a big play. 82 yards.
Sounds like a Steelers home game to me, Brad. Now, they're playing zone here. There's no way in the world Michael Wallace should get past. This is just zone. He's dropping to a deep 3rd. Jason McCourty, you got to turn and run earlier than that because the man you're covering is a fast human being. Then he breaks a tackle. Griffin tries to get him late, and we're going to get a look at that, I'm sure. Remember, you're playing a deep 3rd. Your responsibility is nobody gets past you on that 3rd of the field. You got to get out of your pedal and turn because that guy can run.
Pass by Roethlisberger was perfect. Now the end of the play.
But did he get the ball on the inside there over the pylon? He rolled him one way and ran him deep. And here we go. Left foot is in. Where's the ball? That looks like a touchdown.
Ball's already in the end zone and coming out of his hands.
Yeah.
And the wide receivers in the backfield with Ben, and now they Sanders and Cotchery get in the slots.
Yep, Cotchery. Ben trusts him in important situations.
3rd and 6. To the end zone, too high. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. Since that 82-yard touchdown catch in the first half.
Burner redirects him inside, hands him off to the safety.
Over at the 48-yard line. Roethlisberger, the throw to the outside. What a catch by Wallace.
This is some kind of catch. Corner's bailing. You got an underneath safety, Babineau, trying to undercut the route.
First catch since his 82-yard touchdown at the
10. They fake it to him and into the outside to Wallace, who gets a block, and Wallace turns it into close to a first down. Mike Adams, the coach of the Kansas City Chiefs, as he was for almost 3 full seasons, and before that, offensive coordinator in Arizona. And they hand the ball to Wallace, and that is broken up by Burfict. Burfict, who dropped from maybe becoming a first-round draft choice because he had a ton of personal fouls in Arizona State, behavioral issues and all of the rest, making a tremendous impact as a free agent.
Isn't it remarkable, a guy that goes undrafted all of a sudden has become one of the favorites here in Cincinnati? He really was a...
Ben with that pump fake, has time, good protection again, and then floats one, incomplete. Wallace nearest to it, covered by Leon Hall.
See if the Bengals bring a little pressure here so he can't do that.
3rd and 9. And the Bengals bring the heat. And Ben has to slide away as he's been doing for years, and then it's dropped. Wallace was right there, would have had the first down. Holds his helmet, incomplete. 4th and 9, and in comes the field goal group.
You can't do it any better than that if you're Ben Roethlisberger. Just going to slide out of the pocket away from the pressure you talked about, Al. And boy, I tell you, Mike Wallace, the quarterback makes a play like
the 9-yard line. Ben slides left, throws, and that one is dropped again. That's 2 drops tonight from Mike Wallace.
Plays this thing from the safety position. Watch him jump in front of Mike Wallace. It goes behind his head. You never know.
2. And Roethlisberger, this time Wallace is able to hold on, takes it to the 21-yard line, and sliding left. Ben going to the end zone, and it's another drop by Mike Wallace, and that time almost picked by Leon Hall. Hall thought he had a shot to pick it.
Couldn't tell, but Leon Hall made a nice adjustment. It looked like he was going to be burned, looking the wrong way, gets back underneath, and it's hard to tell if he was distracted or actually got... I think that ball definitely got tipped. Yeah, nice play by Leon Hall.
And they give it to Wallace on the end around. He's got Miller, among others, out in front. Breaking tackles and a well-designed play to pick up a first down to the 28-yard line where Burfict stops him.
That's their old play where they're going to bring their tight end Heath Miller across, but this time he loops back around to the other side and plays lead blocker, so they get that bunch formation, and then because of the fake play away, able to sell the defense to take a step that way, and then Miller's still able to get in front.
Swing it to the outside, and Wallace gets a block, and then he finally is forced out of bounds to the 25-yard line. Again, it's Heath Miller helping to spring him.
Tonight, I think his biggest factor has been blocking. Not only has he been helping Mike Adams on the outside, that sort of athleticism to be able to take on a corner like Terrence Newman and just kick him out of the play.
3rd and 6. Rainey back in. Here comes a corner blitz, and Ben just does get it away, and it's incomplete.
So that's the tip. Here he comes. Pretty well timed. As Ben looks away, Pac-Man starts sliding down.
And to the outside to Wallace. And Wallace up to the 19. He's tackled there by Dunlap.
I'll tell you what, Al, Carlos Dunlap is a guy that I watched right over here play in college. And when the Bengals drafted him, I said, oh, no. I thought he was lazy. I didn't think he played hard enough. Lately, whatever Mike Zimmer and this defensive staff have done, he has been flying around the field. He's a different guy than what he was in college. 2 straight plays.
3rd down and 8. Roethlisberger, as the play clock expires, gets it away, and it's going to be a little short of the first down. That's Wallace trying to extend, but the official comes in to spot it just at the 26-yard line, short of the first down.
Mike Zimmer deserves all the credit on this one. Look at this. They're going to show all pressure inside here, so it's going to force Ben to throw this hot. It was 3rd and 8. Just make a tackle short of the first down. Exactly.
2nd and 8. And Wallace makes the catch, but he gets hit right away by Hall. Roethlisberger, 26 out of 34. Pass has been thrown behind Wallace. 3rd and 11, so they don't have to burn a timeout. The ball at the 37-yard line. They got 4 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. And of course, you go to the right in that situation, that's another drop. Almost
4 guys over here. All the coverage comes this way. You end up one-on-one with the backside with Mike Wallace, who unfortunately for him has had a tough night catching the football.
And off play action. And he throws and having to slide down, and Wallace makes the catch. So Wallace going to the ground. Bengals say no. Let's see if he got it. The ball at the 43. And of course, the Bengals very interested in a possible challenge here.
To play. Roethlisberger, and the pass is complete. Complete to Mike Wallace down at the 24 at the 34-yard line. First down, Steelers on the move.
Black 20. Black with that.
Roethlisberger gets time. Safety valve across to Wallace, who's hit immediately by Ryan Kerrigan. Roethlisberger outside. Wallace takes it down to the 5-yard line and a first down. These Steeler receivers are good after the catch. That's a big part of it. And this was set up by that previous play where they faked the screen and went vertical. And now look at here. This is where they help one another. Receivers blocking for one another down the field. If you're going to be good in the running game, good in the passing game, you've got to get the receivers involved blocking as well. Big Ben has time and completes it for Mike Wallace, short of a first down. They'll give him forward progress at the 30-yard line. Medea Williams on the tackle. Redskins are going to have to put a better rush on Ben Roethlisberger than what we're seeing here. He buys some time stepping up and then right on the money to Wallace. We've seen 2 routes now on 3rd down coming shallow. Roethlisberger incomplete. Try to hit Mike Wallace. Will lift everybody out. And the pass caught by Wallace. Lunges for the first down. And looks like he's got it. Down at the 7-yard line. Well, people have talked a little bit about the now dink and dunk offense of the Steelers, and all that dink and dunk means is we're just going to work our way down the field with as many plays as it takes. We'll run the ball, we'll throw the ball. At some point, you're going to step up in the wrong way, and we're going to get the ball in behind you. But so far, we've seen pin and goal. To the side for a route. They said he came down out of bounds. That was one of the most spectacular non-scoring plays you're ever going to see. Reaches up with that right hand, really can't bring it into control quick enough. Eventually gets it. Still bobbling. He had the feet in beautifully. That was magnificent, but he clearly didn't have control at the same 3rd and 3 for 5 on 3rd down conversions in the game.
0-0-0-0.
Wire the running back. 3 wide receivers in. Quick pass to Wallace. He's short of a first down.